Hello, welcome to ScriptNuggets, episode numbered the 2nd. I'm Michael Burrows.
I'm Liam O'Toole.
That he is.
Yes, I am.
This is going to be interesting. Second episode, you learn a lot from the first episode. We're going to see what we can do to improve a little bit. Today's prompt is coming from a guy who I've known for a couple years. His name is Paul Burrows. He's my older brother. That's him. Yeah, you want to swing in the microphone? So you're going to be a prompt today. We're looking for like a 1-2 sentence prompt. It could be as ridiculous, it could be as mundane as you want it to be, and we're just going to run with it. Any blanks you leave, we're going to fill.
Okay.
Go for it, man.
All right. I could do it in one sentence.
Do it in one sentence, my friend. Do it.
Okay. A man who has just consumed a meal at a fast food restaurant, which you can fill in with your choice.
Sure.
Comes out of the restaurant to find his car completely totaled and makes a deal with the devil.
Okay.
Run with it.
Okay. That's it. So let me just recap to make sure. Okay. Guy eats fast food restaurant, leaves, car's totaled, makes a deal with the devil. Doesn't matter what the deal. He
doesn't know what happened, and out of desperation, he makes a deal with the devil. The terms of the deal, you can decide on that.
Even what he gets out is up to us as well.
Yeah, whether or not he gets out of it, whether or not he outsmarts your boy Satan, I don't know.
Okay,
it's all up to you.
All right.
You cook up something good.
Get something spicy, my friend. All right, thank you for your help.
Well, thank you for having me on the show, sir.
Oh yeah, you got it, bud. We will take it from here.
You're welcome. Peace.
All right, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
Heard here first.
We're going on a trip to Flavortown, USA. We're getting a lot of restaurants today.
Yeah, that's right.
That's okay.
Fine.
I like food. Liam, do you like food?
Oh yeah, I like food.
Yeah, Liam likes food, so we're set. Food is pretty good. Food is pea good. I would go first. Be good. So. What restaurant? Does it matter? Should we leave it ambiguous? Should we just leave it like just a restaurant?
Yeah, instead of getting all involved in the whole, McDonald's versus Burger King.
This could be an expressionistic piece. We could dive a little bit more into abstraction a little bit.
Absurdist.
A little bit of absurdism.
Almost like not quite Beckett, but with tinges.
A little bit Faust, like
Faust,
just a bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. So in plays like this, it really, the way I like to think of it is that the world of metaphor is sort of infringing on the physical world, and so it's not really important what the restaurant is. It's about what the restaurant represents,
and the car as well,
and the car. What does the car represent? What does the devil represent?
It's not. His car in particular,
it's something.
It's material desire.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Okay. So let's start writing this down because these are the notes that we need. So we'll start by saying what car is some representation of material wealth. It could be other things. It could be like prized possessions of some sort. Possession.
That's not how you spell it.
Shut up. Possession.
However you want to fix it, don't fix it.
Okay. To wealth, prized possessions.
Okay. So prized possessions.
What's the restaurant represent?
What could be?
The car is okay. The restaurant is sin.
The car was sin.
Okay, the restaurant could also be sin though. You know how you feel when you walk out of McDonald's, like you enjoyed that burger, but like was it did your innards really need it? Right. Like
really nourish your soul.
Like how nasty of a dump are you going to take in an hour? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
maybe the car isn't quite.
Well, it could be. We have options. Okay, all right, let's leave our options open.
Brainstorm.
Here's the thing. There's a difference between expressionism and allegory. Allegory is when every component of the story, especially characters, represent like a very specific thing. For example, Pilgrim's Progress. The characters are named after what they represent. Virtue, Christian, etc. That's an allegory. Something often confused for an allegory that's not is like Lord of the Rings and Narnia. Both of those, Lewis and Tolkien both use a lot of metaphor in their things, on their views on Christianity, but they're not direct, one-to-one comparisons of things a person would expect to see. So those
people have compared the ring to other things, but Tolkien didn't intend that to be.
You really can't consider them to be allegory. Both of those writers did not consider their work to be allegory.
No.
We have the choice of writing allegory. I don't know that we need to. I don't think we should.
I think we would have to have something specific in mind.
Let's not write allegory. Let's go for a more standard expressionistic piece. If we wanted to, we could even go in a bit of an O'Neill direction. That's just. Have you read any Eugene O'Neill? So. Yeah, you're not missing out on much, but I can sort of infuse that myself. So let's not.
Is there anything else the restaurant could represent?
The restaurant, it could represent one's beginnings or one's past, right? Like where one's come from, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It could represent. Like corporate society, like capitalism. It could represent bad habits, which kind of ties into sin a little bit, but that's a little more specific.
Or more hedonism.
Hedonism, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same idea.
Yeah.
That's
a lamp. Okay, so what else does the devil represent something, or is he just the devil? Do you know what I mean? Like,
or maybe it's someone represented by the devil. Someone who, it's just someone, but he's secretly the devil.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, I use that technique a lot myself when I've been writing things.
Well, we almost did that last episode.
A little bit.
We tried, but it was kind of.
Red Robin, or Blue Robin, if you will, in its entirety was a little devil-ish, but they were never really, it didn't really have that much depth to them. That they could really be...
I think you said that his deal with what was her name, Finch was like a deal with the devil, but we didn't really go down that route.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't heard from episode 1,
you didn't miss much.
You didn't miss much. The basic story was. Guy named Jeremiah goes to a Blue Robin. He gets lobster, which, I mean, why would you go to a red/Blue Robin to get lobster? It's not that good.
Exactly.
He has to see the manager because it's not good. He gets drugged and forced to work for the Blue Robin Mafia for 5 years. Then they get a new CEO. She cuts him a deal. If he solves a Sudoku puzzle, he gets out free. He does it, and he succeeds. It was terrible. That's okay. You learn something new. But anyway, to some degree, you could think of the new CEO Finch as being the devil, with making a deal. I think we even mentioned Faust a little bit in the last episode, but this is definitely a different direction. This is going to be a little more direct, I think. Conman, car dealer, an old friend. All right, sure.
Hopefully a lot better. Is there anyone else that could? This is we did it kind of the reverse for this section because it's not the devil representing one of these things. It's one of these things representing the devil.
Sure.
Is there anything else that the devil can be represented as?
The director of the play.
Oh, shoot.
I've done that before.
Who is that in this situation? Is that us?
It's us.
Oh, crap.
That could be tough. Especially I'm doing that kind of in the play that I'm working on right now, so maybe I shouldn't do that again. Let's leave it at that. I think it doesn't necessarily have to be one of those things. I think that's enough to get us started on who the devil could be. Now,
and what's the deal?
What's the deal? What is the deal, Liam?
What is the deal?
Deal or no deal, my friend.
Okay. Well, okay, so it makes it. The problem is this car, right? Let's just think of this.
His car's been totaled.
Before we get into all these metaphors, okay. It's like his car's been totaled. You don't like that?
What if this is Job? What if this is the Job story? You know what I mean?
Do we want to go that direct though, directly into the Job story? Like, why do bad things happen to good people?
I think it's an interesting. It's a really interesting story. I mean, I don't know that we have to do it allegorically, but I think that the setup is there, to at least hint at it, right? Because this man has lost his. I mean, Job loses everything. This man has lost his. Let's say it's a valuable car. Maybe it's like a Porsche or it's like a Mustang.
Ferrari.
Maybe not a Ferrari.
Okay.
Let's tone it down there, Bucko. Like, who do you think our audience is? Like, yeah, right. But
assuming we have an audience.
Yeah, right. There's that problem. But anyway.
Do you want it to be Job-ish, similar to the Job story, or the Job story
similar,
reimagined? Similar, but not
the same.
Not the
no,
same.
I don't think we want to write the same.
It's sort of inspired by the Job.
Yeah,
story,
it is. I do think
we're not trying to retell it.
Yeah, I do think there is value in retellings.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what we want to do right here. In this particular case, maybe we'll get to that in another episode where we'll do a retelling of something. But
each episode is different. It's different.
Hopefully, one of them will be good, but we'll see. Yet to find out.
This might be good.
We'll find out. So, all right. So he's making some deal. Here's a question that might be easier to ask first. What does the devil want from him? Is the devil the one who totaled the car?
Good question.
Yeah.
So he sees the car has been totaled.
Right.
He doesn't know who did it.
Right.
It was a hit and run.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He does. Yeah. He has no idea who's done it. He has no idea.
All he knows is that his car is totaled, and he's not happy about it.
He's lost a lot.
Yeah.
He was just going into some fast food restaurant. He was getting a burger or a pizza, man. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa.
I think it's John. That one's John.
Is it Jack? Papa Jack's.
Okay. We're having a hard time here. What does he want? What does the devil want? I think it's really common to say, oh, the devil wants his soul, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if it's such a bad thing that the devil wants his
I think
soul.
we don't have to be that direct. I think that the devil could want something else. I think
first of all, I don't think that necessarily the devil had to total his car. Maybe it was just someone else who did it.
Yeah, that's
it just
fine.
Sort of happened.
Sure.
And the devil took advantage.
The devil's
of that.
taking advantage. That's legit. That's legit. Okay. The devil's taking advantage of the situation. Now, what does he have to gain? A soul, perhaps.
Is he trying to gain a soul? Oh, the devil. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The devil. Well,
Because it could be that. It could be something that could lead him to the acquisition of other souls. You know what I mean?
Maybe he wants to start a chain. I'm just throwing something out here. What if the devil asks him to total someone else's car?
I was about to say that. I was about to suggest that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be interesting.
And then he gets a brand new car, spick and span.
Spick and span.
Just shiny, nice and wheel.
And I think that's interesting because then it's not like the devil's saying, "Oh, I want your soul in exchange for the car," but at some level, if you think about what's happening there, that really is what it is.
That is sort of it's like he's asking him to do one thing.
This man is going to restore his wealth at the cost of someone else's, right?
And the idea the devil is thinking is that person will make the same deal.
Exactly. He's on a soul reaping spree here, if you will. I think that's good. I think that's really interesting. What's the deal with the fast food restaurant? I think there's some depth there that we haven't touched on.
Maybe he's done something he shouldn't have in there. It doesn't have to be specific per se, but if it does represent sin, he's gone in there. He's entered that state of sin. Let's just
okay. What is useful about that fast food restaurant representing sin? Okay, here's an idea for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Man walks out of a fast food restaurant. Okay. classic beginning any story. Okay, finds his car just total, dude.
Yeah.
There's barely even a car there. There's like the frame of the car. Okay. This guy shows up. He'll take the form of a mechanic. You know, a really down to earth guy. You know, he's been working 8 to 4 every day for the past 30 years. Okay.
Is it a mechanic? A really good mechanic?
Really good mechanic. One of the best in the county, you could say.
The kind of guy who can restore to normal.
Yeah, exactly. Now, people even would go as far as say this guy is like borderline like supernatural how much he can repair a car. Like this guy is good at his job. Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy comes and then he makes a deal with this guy. Like, dude, I noticed your vehicle got roasted. I will fix it for you. In exchange, I need you to take your well, he can't. Can he? Oh, yeah, he can total. Yeah, so he'll take some like. How would you? What would be your choice method of totaling a car?
I would think another car.
That's what I was gonna say, but he doesn't have his car.
A tow truck.
Maybe it should just be an explosion. Maybe he like gets put gasoline and lights. Yeah. Okay. So this mechanic gives him, and that makes sense. The mechanic just has a tank of gasoline. Like a tub, like not a tub, a container, like a fairly a holdable container of gasoline.
Just so we're clear, what exactly specifically is totaling? Is it flipped over or is it?
No, like totaling in at least the way it is in my head is just your car will not run. Like your car, it's been smashed, it's been tipped over, it's been blown up, like anything really is the way I've come to think of it.
Okay.
Let's just say that's what it is. So mechanic hands him the can of gasoline and a pack of matches. Okay, says go find, should it be a specific person who gets the total, or should it be
the nicest car we can find?
The nicest car I can find. The next should it be some brand? No, yeah, the nicest. Let's just say the nicest car I could find. I like that.
The nicest.
Excuse me. So the nicest car I could find. Okay, and then he's off to do it, and this is an internal struggle. Like, am I willing to take this away from someone else to get my car back?
To get
right.
my car back. Yeah.
And I could see this ending a couple ways. I could see this ending several ways actually.
He does it.
He does it, and then here's what I would suggest in the route in which he doesn't. He does it. He totals this person's car, but he waits around to see how they'll react, and they're torn, like their life has been ripped apart. Then they see the mechanic, come by to offer this person the same deal. So now our main character knows what happens. Right, he knows what this is about. So, in a rage, he
crashes his own car
into the fast food restaurant.
Ooh.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess we still have to establish what the fast food restaurant is.
If the fast food restaurant is a manifestation of his sin, then it's a rejection now of his sin, now that he's committed it.
And then he crashes into the fast food restaurant. Is that a desperate attempt to get away from his guilt?
I think it's just.
Does it kill him in the process?
Maybe he's just like, he's driving back and he's just so, at a loss for what to do with himself now that he knows he's given in, that he just overcome with rage, barrels into the fast food restaurant, totals his own car, probably dies, probably kills people, which is interesting too, because then,
This is getting really interesting.
Yeah.
Because this is his solution to try and remedy.
Sure.
So try and remedy his sin, the deal he's made. But
so I think we should make a point of this restaurant being he goes to this place regularly. Okay.
He goes to it regularly.
He goes to it regularly.
He knows he shouldn't be.
And he knows he shouldn't. It's a problem. Like it's borderline addiction. Okay. And I think that's the direction. And then it all comes full circle, right? Let's go with it.
So is this okay? I don't think there's actually. Yeah, I think that's probably the perfect ending. I don't think we need to change it or anything.
I think he should crash in and then
Just
Curtain.
Or we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe he dies. What does it mean if he dies? What does it mean if he kills other people in that? That's up to you, the audience.
It's all up to you.
Which is the basically way of saying that we're too lazy to really come to those conclusions ourselves. Well, cast of characters, shall we?
Is he a man? Or is he just a man?
We're going expressionistic. It's a common convention to not have the characters be named.
So just a man.
A man. It's very much like the.
Oh crap! I wrote cast.
Son of a thing. We can let's put. Actually, we can get this on this page.
A man.
Could be a woman too, man. Could be a woman.
The problem with that, and I think you know where I'm going with that, is that neither of us are women, so it'll be not that easy for us to.
We don't have the perspective. We don't have the perspective from women's
Yeah. Also, it's hard to do a woman's voice when you're a guy.
It is. I think that's a better excuse, is that we can't really do women's voices well. We're gonna keep it as a man.
Yeah. I'm not doing a raspy voice again. Just so.
Get that water, dude. Okay, so we have a man. Okay. We have the mechanic.
Yeah.
We have the car. No.
Car's not. The other person, the owner of the next to nicest car.
Called the victim, maybe.
The victim, yeah. That's a good one.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's all the characters.
Are we doing this just dialogue? We need to sort of figure this out because it's kind of expressionistic, and we need to. There are details, and we need to fill in here. Mm-hmm. So, are we telling this simply through dialogue? And if so, how do we convey all this important information?
Right, because we really are being crushed with the fact that we aren't acting this out. We're just reading it. So. I think in this case we have to do with our best what we can in dialogue, and I think that's possible. And I would suggest that one way we could do that is by adding in another side character, maybe the man's. Oh, I was gonna suggest a relative of the man or a friend, a close friend. So we have some flashbacks, which will help us.
Friend telling the story.
It could be telling the story. I was going to say it's more like there would occasionally be flashbacks with the friend that clarify the man's background. And, for example, like with the fast food restaurant, they could clarify that maybe the friend is in the car with him when he's driving back, and then he decides to go. Maybe that's what triggers him to crash into the restaurant. I think let's put the character in there, and if we don't use him, we don't use him. Call the friend, or a friend. Very important.
So, a friend witnessing or telling the story?
I think the friend is not really involved in either of those capacities. I think he's. I don't think he. Let me put it like this: I don't think he knows about the deal. I think he knows that the car's been totaled. I don't think he knows about the deal. Maybe they're coming out of the restaurant together. And rip camera. We'll get that in a minute. So I don't think the friend knows about the deal. I think that, for example, when they both come out of the restaurant, and the man's like, "You go run up the street to find a tow truck," something like that, call police, whatever, right? He's gonna stay with the car, which is when the mechanic comes up, and then I would suggest that the main action of the man committing the crime is not with the friend. The friend isn't there for that, but there are flashbacks that the man has with the friend. Okay.
Flashbacks with the friend. Okay, so
yeah.
Those flashbacks.
Those are about more like his background with the restaurant, sort of explaining how the man got to this position. Okay. Yeah. That helps us build, and then the friend won't reappear until the car is fixed.
Okay.
They can regroup there. and then drive off, and then back. I think that's where we want to go. So let us begin the writing part. So we have our cast. I think this seems like a simple 1, 2, 3 scene job. Scene 1, he comes out of the restaurant, makes the deal. Scene 2, he commits the crime. Scene 3, he returns to the car. And the ending happens. Yeah.
How do we do that exactly? Is it the friend describing what happens to someone when he crashes the car into the...
I think what we should do is we should have them actually have a conversation in the car, and then we make sound effects depicting the crash.
We ourselves.
What could possibly go wrong?
There are some sound effects.
No, Liam, please.
iMovie.
Let's burn that bridge when we get to it. Let's just start with writing the first scene. Why don't you start writing the second scene?
Okay, the second scene, which he...
This is right after he's made the deal. So he's going to find the car, and he destroys it with the gasoline and the matches.
So he's talking to himself, sort of mulling this over.
Yeah, and there can be flashbacks with Friend, particularly during that scene. Yeah. All right. Scene 1. Why don't you? Yeah. Eat some SpaghettiOs, if you would. I think our use of stage directions can be a lot more liberal since this is expressionistic. It's very common. That's kind of one reason I brought up Eugene O'Neill, is because Eugene O'Neill's famous for having like plays worth of stage directions. Essentially, like people have done plays that are just his stage directions. So that's I don't think we want to go that far, but I think we should utilize stage directions to what degree we can. So man will be M. Friend will be F. Mechanic will be... Oh, should we have man and mechanic? Why don't we do mechanic as D, devil, I guess.
Okay, I know. Subtle.
Yeah, real subtle. Yeah. Right.
This one is harder to write than the other one, I will say.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit trickier. It's less absurd. Well, it's a little absurd. But it's not comedic really as much. Yeah.
No, it's not comedic at all.
Nope.
It's quite a bit to go.
No, it's yeah. I don't think we have to mandate that the cars have been destroyed in the same way. I think it matters more that they've been destroyed. The mechanic may offer different methods of destruction of every person he finds.
Okay.
Which is relevant to you because you have to write the thing where he gives the next victim the deal, right? So
Yeah.
you may want to copy some of the scene 1 dialogue to use for that once I'm done writing the deal part.
But you know, use a flashback from that scene.
No. So this guy is gonna blow up some guy's car, right? The man is gonna blow up or some guy's car with the gas.
Right now I'm doing a little flashback when he first discovers the restaurant.
I'm just saying when you get to the part in that scene where the man destroys the car with the gasoline, right? And then, the guy who owns that car comes out, right? The mechanic makes a deal with him. The mechanic doesn't necessarily have to give that next guy, gasoline and matches. It could be a different method.
It could be something else.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and edit this, but I'm just sort of...
Okay.
I don't know if this flashback is too long.
Well, we need the length compared to last script, so I think you're fine with whatever length you can give. I don't think we're gonna be able to fine tune pacing given the goal of this exercise.
Have you established how he's gonna do it in the first scene? Or?
Establish how he's going to do it in the first scene.
I was gonna.
Sledgehammer.
Oh, okay. Wow.
A unique and creative way to destroy a person's car. Alright, scene 1, Finn. Alright, scene 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Scene 3 is going to pick up. I'm going to assume that the man has already seen the destruction, or sorry, the deal that's been made with the victim, right? That's how it happened in scene 2. Scene 3 will be starting when he returns to his now
so it's
fixing.
scene 2 where the devil makes the deal with the other guy?
That's right.
Okay.
And you can, like I said, probably copy a lot, or a chunk of the dialogue from scene 1 where he makes the deal. Because I think it'll be more pointed if a lot of the mechanics lines are the same there. Hold on a second. I think we may have confused ourselves. So, you're writing it like the man has a sledgehammer? Okay, I meant that his car was destroyed via sledgehammer.
Oh, okay.
Right, but actually you can keep it like this. This is fine, because that's a good bit of monologue. So I'll change it so that he gets a sledgehammer. His car was blown up with gasoline. And then you just need to decide on a third method for how the victim is going to destroy the next car, you know. Oh, that's not... Come on, man, be creative.
Oh, okay.
He gets a forklift and flips it over.
Flips it over, forklift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put it under half of it, like just lift it, flip it. Man. What the heck, man? Suddenly there's a forklift in the parking lot, man. Of a fast food restaurant. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making a delivery.
Sure, why not?
Cheetos.
Delivering Cheetos, Liam, 2017. All right, something like that. But I will, yeah.
Who's the victim? V. Okay.
Oh yeah, I should be pretty in. Yeah.
Some hooligan with a, what was it, crowbar or?
Sledgehammer. I said.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah. Crowbar probably makes sense, but we're not here to make sense. Here to be spicy. Okay.
I'm going to copy the exact devil lines.
Yeah, I think that would be effective, honestly.
Oh, the other guy is going to say slightly different.
Yeah, right, but yeah.
Same idea.
Oh, right, the man, well, I have to read your scene, because the man is probably, like, being torn up at this point now, so it's like, so he's not just pleasantly surprised that his car's fixed. He knows what happened, and he wants to hide it from his friend, is what the motivation here is in the third scene. There's the forklift. There's the forklift there. I mean, yeah, there's, yeah. It wouldn't be the first time, let me tell you.
That's a big forklift. Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Positive. Do I have to include the part about that's my business, not yours, for why do you want that? Do I have to include every single line? I think.
No, you don't have. No. If the victim wouldn't ask, then there's no point in adding in that. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay.
Okay, is that it?
No, not quite.
Not quite.
Not okay. I mean.
Okay. Definitely okay is in the quality of this thing we're about to put out.
Sure, you can fix this. What's the response? I have to keep going back.
Good question.
Trust me, I've been doing this for 30 years. It'll be as good as new. Oh, his car gets fixed in the third scene.
Whose car does?
The main character.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I wrote it as in it got fixed right away. But
oh no,
so I'll take that part out.
Okay, the idea is that it would be fixed when he gets back. Like he doesn't see it happen. we're not trying to assert too directly that this is the devil, in fact, but that's just the way the potato rolls down the hill.
Hmm.
You can quote me on that.
I haven't heard that one.
I'm just gonna go through and format your bits so that it's the rest of it. Not that it's really a big deal, but also just
you want consistency with that.
Yeah, I want skill. Is what I want, Liam. What is this, Chuck E. Cheese? CEO of Chuck E. Cheese. Who is the CEO of Chuck E. Cheese? This is very important that I find this out. Keep going.
I've finished the scene.
Thomas Leverton. Fascinating. Okay, all right, man. I mean, all right. That's your life choice, not mine.
No, that's a pretty.
What'd you say, Liam? Did you say you were done?
Yeah, I said I was done with scene 2.
Oh, okay. Then I think that's it. I mean, if you want to read through the other ones, particularly scene 3, and see if there's anything you want to play around with, then.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if the flashback is as effective, but we'll see.
I think it'll be fine. We'll find out. Okay. I don't really. I mean, I'm just formatting this. I don't really want to read it until we're actually reading it.
Okay.
I feel like that's part of the fun. It'll be a mystery. We are going to read now.
Yeah, who's reading who?
Why don't I read everyone but the man? Because that's the opposite of last time, essentially.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, cast of characters. We have a man, the mechanic, the victim, and the man's friend. Scene 1, we're just outside of a fast food restaurant.
That was delicious.
True, but we can't keep going here.
Wow.
You know why.
Fine.
You mean that?
Yeah, we'll go less often.
Right.
What the hell?
How did this happen? I saw it. Some hooligan with a can of gasoline and a match.
Why didn't you stop it?
I was too late. Sorry. It's fine, really. I'd better find someone who can help. Exit friend. I can fix it for you, though. I'm a mechanic.
Really? How much do you charge?
Don't charge in money, only in services.
So what do you want me to do exactly?
Find the nicest car you can nearby. Smash it up.
I would get arrested.
Wouldn't leave a trace. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Why do you want that?
That's my business, not yours.
Okay. And are you sure you can fix my car? It looks completely total.
Trust me. I've been doing this for 30 years. It'll be good as new.
All right. As long as you're sure.
Scene 2.
Which car here is the nicest? Is it that one? This wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe he was right. What was it he said the other day?
Flashback. What are you doing? It's a right turn to your place.
We're not going home.
We're not going to that restaurant, are we?
That's exactly where we're going.
This is a really bad idea.
It'll be fun and tasty.
I can't go with you.
You want me to get a table for one?
No, you shouldn't go in either.
Just this once. Just this once.
If we get a table tonight, we'll probably get one next week as well.
We don't have to. Look, just this once. Let's try it. No harm in trying something new.
Fine. Let's not stay too long.
All right. That was a few weeks ago. I can't think of that now. What I ate there, what I drank. It's not important right now. That car looks nice. Just like that old carnival game, I guess. 1 or 2 swings. No, probably more. I shouldn't. No, I have to. Can't think. Can't stop. Keep going. You're almost there. Don't look back. Don't think. There we go. It's done. I should leave now. No. I'll stay for a minute.
What the hell? My car. Someone totaled my car.
Poor guy. Still, glad I'm not him.
I saw it. Some hooligan with a sledgehammer. You couldn't stop him? I was too late. Sorry. Damn it. I can fix it for you, though. I'm a mechanic.
What What's going on?
Really? Thank God. What's the cost? I'll pay anything. Don't charge in money, only in services. What kind of services? Take these keys. Find the nicest car you can nearby. Flip it over with that forklift. What? I couldn't do that. It's illegal. Wouldn't leave a trace. It'd be fine. That's a big forklift, are you sure? Positive. It looks pretty broken. Are you sure you can fix this? Trust me. I've been doing this for 30 years. It'll be good as new. Well, if you're sure. Okay, I'll do it.
What? That's the same deal. Forget it. I'll check on my car.
Man returns to his car. Scene 3.
All fixed. Just like you said.
Enter friend. Hey, Wait, how did your car get fixed?
Yeah, a mechanic fixed it up.
There's no way any mechanic could fix that so quickly.
Well, he did. I'm not about to ask that.
Jeez, what should it cost you?
Just had to do something for him.
What?
Forget about it.
Enter the car. Boy, that teaches you not to go near this place again.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I thought you said... Hey, you don't look so good, man.
I'm not feeling well.
Do you want me to drive?
No, you can't just do that. I have to fix this on my own.
What do you...
I have to make up for what I did.
What did you do?
Was it really worth it, this stupid car?
Whatever you did, I'm sure it was worth the several grand it would have cost you to fix.
It wasn't. It's just going to keep happening, and it's all my fault.
Man swims into the restaurant, everything was curtain. That was interesting. That was I like this better than our first one.
Yeah,
I think I mean I think that it could use a lot of work, like anything we're gonna come up with here, but I mean we did come up with it in the span of 20, 30 minutes. So so what would you do if you had take another crack at this, expand it, make it longer? What would be your go-to things to change here?
Expanding more on their friendship.
Sure. Yeah.
What's their history specifically?
Yeah.
And maybe what does the friend want to go into the restaurant himself a little bit? What does part of him want to go into that restaurant? And what are his temptations?
Sure.
He acts as sort of a moral voice between them. I think maybe more. I wonder if we could have more of the devil as well.
Yeah, he could have been fleshed out a little more. It was unclear what he wanted, I think. Like, it was unclear what he stood to gain from it, really. And it was unclear why the man was so torn up. Like, he gave in. Like, what did he give into, really? I think the other thing I would change right after that would be I would clarify a little bit what's going on in the restaurant. I mean, I got a little bit of like, okay, clearly this guy has some problem, but, I think it just needed more. And I think that's partially the limitation of, doing a 5-10 minute little reading of a play, but I think that's definitely, that would be the place to go next if I were to change anything. Another thing I would reconsider, the prompt was his car is totaled. That was the prompt. But I'm wondering if there's a better metaphor out there instead of a car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. The car kind of represents sort of material wealth.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
It's kind of.
I'm wondering if there could have been a better way for us to, because I noticed, and we didn't really talk about this, there was a parallel between the restaurant and the car. They kind of meant very similar things in some senses, and I think it would be interesting to pull apart, what each of them means, and if we want there to be differences, and if so, what the differences are, emphasize those more. If there are similarities, what are those? Emphasize those more. Clarify the relationship between those two things. Yeah. Anything else you want to?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have to think about it more. If there's anything in particular that I really want to change. I kind of like it as a starting script. I think it's better than the other one. It feels more complete than the other one.
Like, I feel like this is something like I would enjoy like actually writing a full script of this. Like that's something it could be done.
A full length.
I think the other one
is just
episode 1. That would be tough. That would be.
You could do it. You could swing it.
Good luck finding someone to produce that. Maybe good luck finding someone to produce much of anything, but that's beside the point, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that we would just do absurd and just really outlandish and just ridiculous and funny prompts, but this one was kind of interesting.
It's interesting. I think that goes to show that, like, I mean, the prompts we've gotten have really been moderately similar. Like the Sudoku one we got from Isaac, and then this one we got from Paul. They were sort of similar in how they were structured, and I think that just shows you can, when things are that open-ended, you can take them in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, the one sentence or 2-sentence prompt. You can say.
Yeah, you have to be willing to question the assumptions you make when you first read it, to take it in a different direction. Like this, we could have made a really silly script about that prompt where a guy walks out of a fast food restaurant and his car has been totaled, right? That could be something. You could do something goofy with that, but you could you could also do something like this that's more expressionistic, it's a little more serious, that has a bit more metaphor to it. So I think it'll be interesting to see how we play with that as we potentially do more of these. I think it would be fun to do more of these. So maybe there will be more than 2 episodes, but we'll find out. Yeah. We'll keep you posted. All right. Anything else you want to add before we call?
I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. So that's it for episode 2. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you all later.